Hello everyone and welcome to another history video. So today we're going to take a look at Hidetsugu Subtlety deck in history format. So this is a combo deck that I've been working on recently, and if you've been playing Historic, you might be familiar with the Breach the Multiverse plus the Scholar of the Lost Trope combo. So although the same concept is going to apply here in terms of comboing, but how we start is going to be a little bit different, and we're going to have more ways to actually achieve that in this deck. So we got this new card called Aquatic Subtlety from the new Alchemy set. It costs triple blue, so you're definitely going to have to play this in a mostly blue mana base. And it says that you draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Blue creature cards in your hand perpetually gain Evoke, exile a blue card from your hand. So this card is kind of crazy. Not only is it a spell that fills up the graveyard for your combo, but it also starts it at the same time. So obviously, if you do have Scholar of the Lost Trove, you can discard Immersion Ultimatum or the Breach the Multiverse into the graveyard, and then evoke the Scholar of the Lost Trove into casting the Ultimatum and winning the game. But if you also have something like a Hidetsugu in your hand, you can evoke this card instead, and because of the Aquatic Subtlety having the Evoke Sacrifice trigger, Hidetsugu is going to die immediately. And because of the Hidetsugu trigger that draws 3 cards and then putting 2 cards on top of your deck in any order, you can put Immersion Ultimatum or the Breach the Multiverse on top of the deck, and then it'll cast the card without paying the mana cost. So the Aquatic Subtlety is going to have 2 different ways, which are the Hidetsugu and Scholar, which is pretty fantastic. Otherwise, we also have another route that we can combo from, which is actually the Necromancy. The Necromancy can obviously reanimate the Scholar into casting one of our big spells from the graveyard. But as for the Hidetsugu, this is actually pretty important with the Necromancy, is that the Necromancy has a special text that says, if you cast this card as if it had flash, you sacrifice a card that's attached to it in the cleanup stage. And this has a synergy with the Hidetsugu here, because the Hidetsugu gets sacrificed, and then it's going to cast our Breach the Multiverse or the Ultimatum from the top of the deck. And another important thing about the Necromancy is that as long as you put a stop on your end step, because the cleanup stage hasn't happened, because it's considered casting the card at an instant speed, it is going to sacrifice the Hidetsugu when you click end the turn. And this is important, especially if you're playing against other counterspell decks, because you can just cast Necromancy at the end of opponent's turn if you think they're holding on to something like a counterspell. So hence that, I'm gonna be hopping over to some History Best of 3 to show you guys what that does. So let's hop on there. Okay, 1 lander. Meh. Okay, we got a Necromancy actually. That's kind of good. Okay. We need to draw a land though next turn. Like, we can potentially win here. Can we win? Actually, opponent might block though. Discard all of them and then exile what? Ponder, Necromancy. That's kind of awkward, actually. Oh, they're gonna let it through. Okay, we could potentially win here. Land and we win? So close. Yeah, so close. Yeah, it just came down to having a land. Darn. Yeah, we probably lost here. They just tutor and then we lose the game. Man. I mean, I'm guessing opponent has instant speed tutor. Man. Maybe the deck wants another land. It's currently playing 20 lands, which might be a little bit... Yeah, we actually might want, like, more lands. Maybe Aatroxa, isn't it? Yeah, potentially we might actually not want Aatroxa. This hand looks a lot better. A Psychic Frog. Emergent Ultimatum. Guess I'll just... Oh, we got Scholar. We won. Oh, baby. Like, this deck can do some nasty stuff. You know? Since I don't actually have another, like, Breach or Emergent Ultimatum in the graveyard, so... Even if I get an extra turn, it's just a 5/5 in the air. I'll put a stop on my... Nah, even if I gaze... Is that good enough? It might be good enough because I would take away the Prosperous Innkeeper. Okay. But by the way, this sequencing was bad. The Expropriate should be on top. But I messed up there. Okay, let's try that again. Man, even the first game we would have actually won had we just drawn a land. Okay, we have a potential. Potential here. There's a Paradise. Okay, we got a Hidetsugu. And an Emergent Ultimatum. I'll put a stop on my upkeep. Ooh, we might actually lose. So we found another land, but we could lose. Yeah, we could lose here. unfortunately, because it's just the nature of going second, you know? Just the nature of going second. Alright, I don't know how this is gonna be, but let's try it. Gotta discard 2 cards here. No, I would want the Emergent Ultimatum because it's a blue spell. Hidetsugu could get exiled and we lose the game, though. I don't know. The Scholar, Breach. We could get... Necromancy? Does Necromancy do anything? I guess because I have a Hidetsugu, maybe Aquatic Subtlety is not bad here. Okay, so we're gonna cast the Aquatic Subtlety first. Okay, that's a pretty bad hit there. So go Breach again. I don't think we can mill out our opponent here. Wait, I can just win with the Trollasara combo too. What? Wait a minute, actually no, I don't want to cast the Trollasara. We have 17 cards remaining. There's 17 cards remaining. I can cast another Breach. Oh man. That was a bit rough, actually. Ooh. I actually don't think I can keep it because of the Verge. Maybe I should have actually bottomed the multiverse. I don't know. Okay, we found a land. I think I'm just going to get rid of these. Okay, we found another land. So now we're looking for a creature to boot with the aquatic subtlety. Although, if I cast this gaze... Okay, we got a Scholar. Okay, that actually works out. Perfect. Emergent Ultimatum. They had a Fragment Reality. So they actually messed up. They could have actually Fragment Reality the Necromancy. So we're gonna put full control on. Because I want to activate the Psychic Frog to discard the Breach. Okay, so Breach first. Expropriate. Discard the Multiverse. I'm gonna call time. Let's steal an Oscillate Pride. Scholar. Ajani. Actually, I shouldn't have stole the Ajani.
What a beautiful day, brother.
Breach. I guess Atraxa. Guide of Soul. So we did miss here, but yeah, we get an extra turn, so... And we got an Atraxa. Alright, Fatal Push. Potentially into the Floodmaw. Gonna cut an Atraxa. And 2 Gazes. Maybe I cut Atraxa. Okay, pretty fair hand. Ooh, Esper Sentinel. Esper Sentinel. I'll play the Psychic Frog out. I don't think they should have like too many removal spells in my opinion. A Static Prison. Okay. The Voice of Victory. Okay, we have Necromancy. Let's ponder first. I think I'm just going to play the Fatal Push. Got a Hidetsugu. Okay, so this is actually gonna work, right? We're gonna Hidetsugu on my upkeep and then Necromancy. So we're gonna decline here. Put a stop on my upkeep so I can get rid of that. And yeah, let's get rid of a Guide of Soul here. Another one. Okay, so we see their entire hand. We're gonna gaze. Put the Hidetsugu there. Draw. So at an instant speed, we're gonna cast Necromancy. Hidetsugu comes out. We're gonna put Emergent Ultimatum on top. And because we cast the Necromancy at an instant speed, the Hidetsugu is gonna get sacrificed here. The Emergent Ultimatum. Expropriate. Scholar. And a Breach. I'm actually not sure if this is enough, though. Because even if I get another turn, I mean, I guess I can steal, like, a voice. Okay, it doesn't matter. We won. Oh, they play Hushringer. Interesting. Reach again. Gonna steal an Oscilla Pride here. Gain back some life. We have a lot of Scholar triggers happening, so I'll take an extra turn. Money. So 15, 18 damage coming out. We can do Breach one more time. And then Hidetsugu. Oscilla Pride. Okay, I think that should be it. Get rid of you. And we attack. Very nice. Nice. Alright, play first. Not bad. Not so bad, though. We're gonna ponder first. Yes. I do like a Psychic Frog. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm not gonna gaze, actually. Ooh, it the heralds. Flesh Striker. Do I want to draw Dark Six Shore? I feel like I don't. Emergent Ultimatum. There we go. Well, the hard part is that they can just pass the turn. That's the thing, you know? It actually doesn't seem like they have anything. Am I crazy here? Seems like they don't. It's a good thing that Arena is telling me that they don't have anything. If they had a Kha'Zix command there, they could have stopped this, by the way. That's why Eldrazi is just so busted. They have a built-in graveyard hate like that. I'm actually gonna change up the sideboard to have 4 consigns, I think. Yeah, we're gonna take out the Atraxas. And 2 Gaze. Although early Atraxa is so good though. With the Necromancy. I don't know what to do. What do I sideboard out? Like the easy part is easy thing to do is just sideboard these cards out. Maybe something like that. Have 1 copy of Atraxa. Sure. Aquatic Subtlety. Ugin's Lab. Another Aquatic Subtlety. I hope I draw land. Line Breaker. A lot of damage. Yeah, I need to draw land right now. I need to draw land right now. What would be better, Necromancy or Hidetsugu here? I mean, Subtlety. Subtlety might be a little bit too much card disadvantage. Because I'm going down the card, and then I'm going down the card again. What do I do? Let's hope I draw land. So they actually pumped itself instead of giving it to the Eldrazi spawn haste, which might mean that they have another Kazakh's command. Okay, we actually have to go off here. Let's hope we do that. Well, the thing is, like, I don't know. One thing that actually concerns me is that actually, like, I'm not gonna be able to win here, right? At least I don't think I am. Like, look, opponent's actually looking at my graveyard right now. So they have a Kazakh's command here. So if I get a Scholar down, like, that's not gonna win me the game. So, I mean, maybe it's Snuff. I don't know. Oh, they gave me 2 turns? Okay. Oh, Sire of 7 Deaths. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, maybe opponent doesn't have anything. Maybe I was just tripping. 3 Breach in the graveyard. I don't know. Alright, GG's. Yeah, we got an aquatic subtlety. I love to see it. Island into a ponder. Island into a ponder. I guess casting the gaze doesn't really accomplish much. That's a lot of lands. Okay, so I will Aquatic Subtlety. Oh, we got Hidetsugu. Should I try to still go for it? I might actually still try to go for it. I'm drawing 3 cards. We'll see. Oh, counterspell. Sure. Into a Thought Scour. Okay, we get to look at their decks a little bit more. Into a Ponder. I could have gone for the combo. The reason why I was so in a hurry to combo was because I thought opponent might be on a very similar deck. So that's kind of the reason why I was in such a hurry. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think we win, no matter what. Even if there's no spells in the graveyard, if we use, you know, take turn spell twice, we just win the game, you know? Oh, they are a deck that was playing something like this. Okay. Um Wow. Two breach in there. Okay. Yeah, they're just not gonna give me an extra turn spell. But we can just mill it. Yeah. And we call time. And we win. We also get to see their deck. Omniscience. Opponents playing show and tell and historic. Wait, how's that work? Yeah, how's that work? They're playing show and tell in historic. Excuse me? Okay, we have a Thoughtseize and a Necromancy. An opponent was playing a Reanimator, so we could Thoughtseize into a creature and then we reanimate. Okay, apparently I was wrong. I was very, very wrong, by the way. Why were they playing Sin Spira? Oh, you can... Oh... I see what they're trying to do. But then, it's random, right? Exile a permanent card from your graveyard at random. So what if you don't hit Omniscience, though? That's the thing. Right? What if you don't hit Omniscience? Excuse me? I think I'm going to reanimate their Sinspira. Is it that good though? Whenever this enters, draw 2, then discard a card. Yeah, nothing to copy with the Sinspira, but I mean, kind of have to do it because of the Grafdigger's Cage, you know? No choice. Oh, is that how they do it? Like they only leave omniscience down? Maybe. Oh, I actually missed the opportunity to copy the sin, the psychic frog with the subtlety there. Oh, that's a good card. Yeah, surgical is a good card. Into a Thoughtseize. A Jace. Well, I think I just get rid of a Sin. And we might even just surgical the Sin Spira, because I don't know if they can ever get the Omniscience out without the Sin Spira. At least that's what I think. Like, maybe I'm wrong.
Surrender your mind to Phyrexia's will. Organic minds are easily... What you're thinking won't work.
Okay. Maybe I'm just kind of making this, like, super difficult for no reason. Yeah, maybe I'm making this difficult for no reason.
Our plans are beyond your comprehension.
Okay. Aquatic Subtlety. The thing about the Aquatic Subtlety is this is a card disadvantage, right? So I think I'm just going to get rid of it.
You can easily be solved for.
The Jace definitely bought some insane turns, though. Okay, so Aquatic Subtlety, I think this is the moment where we surgical their Sin Spira, because I think Sin Spira is their only creature. Okay, let's see their deck. They have Omniscience. They have Dig. They have Dig Through Time. Oh, they have this thing. Oh, no. Oh, that's actually really bad. That's not good. I was kind of banking on opponent just, you know, just winning with the Psychic Frog, but
You can be made.
yeah, this is actually not looking good. They have more things to do. Necromancy? Doesn't do anything. Isn't that insane that there's literally no creature in the graveyard? Like, how is that possible? Hello? Am I living in a dream? So, here's the thing. Let's say I do sink to stupor, they're sink to stupor. Okay, since I had to use a sink to stupor, I guess there's no reason to keep these cards. Oh, I'm missing 1 damage. I'm missing 1 damage. No way. How can this be? So I believe Sink to Stupor is probably going to come out here. Sure. Thoughtseize is a great card. They have 2 creatures. Opponent has 2 creatures. At least putting my opponent down to 1 was actually really good. They have 1 more of this card. They have 1 creature left in the deck. If I can also find another Psychic Frog, like, that would be really, really good. We might actually lose. We might actually lose because we couldn't deal 1 damage. Looks like we lost. Because even if I get Hidetsugu, because I have 6 life, 1 turn too short. Okay. Go again. We drew absolutely horrendously, by the way. We had Necromancy and a Sink to Stupor on the Grafter's Cage, but we had 0 creatures on our top 30. That is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane what happened. How do we go through half our deck without seeing a single creature? That is a land. It seems like they have something. I'm not really sure what it could be. Since it could be surgical, I'm not going to discard the Emergent Ultimatum here. And I'm going to Hidetsugu. Get rid of an ultimatum here. And put these back on top. Emergent Ultimatum. Play these two. Into Breach. The nice thing is we actually have the Scholar as well. So although we kind of bricked here, but we have a Scholar that we can... We have another Scholar trigger going on. Ooh, Surgical to counteract opponent's Surgical. Pretty cool. Oh my god. Nice. All right. So during the games, I've been kind of messing with the sideboard, so it's gonna look a little bit different compared to the start. But mostly, it's kind of the same. We just added like another copy of a Consign and another copy of a Fatal Push. But yeah, I think the deck is actually pretty good, and it can do some pretty nasty stuff. So if you played Historic, this is very similar to, you know, the Evidence combo deck that's playing this other card called Conspiracy Unraveler. So I covered this deck in Historic Best of 1. But this one, on the other hand, the combo is very similar. You win through Breach plus Scholar and Expropriate. So the combo is very similar here. But instead of the Evidence Collector, we are playing this other card called Hidetsugu and Kairi. So if you've been watching me for a bit, I have played Hidetsugu plus a Breach combo in Standard very long time ago. And kind of the similar deal here. We are trying to use the Hidetsugu to cast the Breach, which works rather well with the Aquatic Subtlety and Necromancy. We have actually comboed both ways today, which is wonderful. Make sure that if you're using the Necromancy, you are, you know, you go to combat and then cast Necromancy on the Hidetsugu, and just don't do it at a sorcery speed, right? Because otherwise it's not going to get sacrificed at the end of the turn. One thing you should know is even if you cast Necromancy at the end step, the Hidetsugu still gets sacrificed before opponent's turn happens, because unlike some of the other cards, Necromancy is pretty special in that it says sacrifice it at the beginning of the next cleanup step. This is actually pretty important because this deck plays an extra turn spell, right? You're gonna get an extra turn off of that. Potentially, if they're, you know, you think opponents like leaving up a counter spell, you could even play Necromancy on opponent's end step, and that's actually going to trigger sacrifice on the Hidetsugu into our combo here. Two different ways of comboing into Hidetsugu, which is great. So yeah, that is gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.